In this video, we'll investigate the end behavior of the function f of x equals 5x over the square root of x squared plus 1. So what we're talking about by the end behavior is, what does this look like? What does this function look like as x approaches infinity, or as x approaches negative infinity? So in other words, as this goes very far to the right or very far to the left, what does this function look like? We're not going to worry about the middle stuff right away. We're just going to look at the left and the right in this video. Okay, so as x grows very, very large, okay, let's look at this. We have 5x over the square root of x squared plus 1. Well, the square root of x squared plus 1, that plus 1, as x gets really huge, the plus 1 becomes negligible. So this is really similar. This gets really close to just the square root of x squared, which is just the square root, or which is just x. Now, it's not exactly that, but as x grows really huge, that 1 becomes negligible. And so it's just like x, square root of x squared, or just x. So what we have there is 5x over x, or that is just 5. So on the right-hand side, as x goes to the right, this function, I know it kind of looks like this from previous knowledge of this, but at the end it just gets closer and closer to 5. Okay, that's how it looks to the right. That's what we're talking about by end behavior. Now to the left, this function is going to look at this. If you have a negative in right here, a negative number, well, if you square a negative number, right, the square root of a negative number then becomes just a positive, because this would be the square root of something positive squared, because negative times a negative is a positive. So that would just be the positive x, but we still have a negative x. We would have a negative x here because we'd plug in the negative values as we go over to the left here. So what we end up with is to the left over here, as x approaches negative infinity, f of x as x approaches negative infinity, this is how you write this, it equals negative 5, or it approaches negative 5. So this function then drops down and never goes below negative 5. So that's the function. This middle part, I just looked at a graphing calculator to see what it looked like in the middle. Of course, you could plug in values and do a bunch of other stuff, but the important stuff is to the left and to the right, what we're investigating in this video. Real quick, we do not have any vertical asymptotes because there's absolutely no value of x that you could plug in here to make the denominator 0. Try it. Just if you don't believe me, plug in anything you want for x, because if you plug in a negative value in for x, you'll square it, you'll get a positive, and so you'll never get this denominator down to 0. Okay, I hope that helps.